Last live action video for a while. I have got to go to work. I'm going to go to work, and that's a good thing. Let's put us some pecan in there. Get it going. And a little bit of charcoal. All right. Did light? Did not light. Did light that time. So, this is how I do it. I put my chimney on here, and you get any kind of cheap chimney you want for barbecuing. I have a Weber. Been using it for years. It works. We'll get this good and hot, and we'll take our wood when it's on fire and put it in our firebox. And the char griller adjusts really well, like I have it right there, for a good slow smoke. So plan on looking at about a 250 degree cook for about 3 hours. And I might, it depends. I might go a little bit hotter, and I might swap it over to the gas grill for the last part of it. You want this thing on fire, and it's going to be there shortly. You can see down there what all is going on. You will have fire. Now, let's see, we're getting a lot of red in there. A good angry red in there. Fire's off, and I have a good self-sustaining flame. So we're going to take this over and dump it in the firebox. And there we go. We have a barbecue fire. Chicken all seasoned up with my signature post-oak flat ball game seasoning. It's good on anything, wild or not. So we're letting this soak up some seasoning, and I did put a little bit of oil on there. And this time I used a little bit of sesame oil because I like the taste of it. And then we're going to make a North Carolina style sauce to put on it and baste it. Now this North Carolina sauce, there ain't no rocket science to it. It's just apple cider vinegar, white vinegar 50-50, and molasses or brown sugar, and red pepper. Basically that's it. This thing needs to get hot, a lot hotter than it is. So it's going to take a little while to do it. And like I said, it's going to be about a 3-hour cook once we get started. We don't want a real creosote smoke on it. We don't have that going right now. We have a good seasoned grill, but it's not, overly seasoned. So we're going to go for it, get it up to the temperature, put on. So while we're letting that heat up, we're going to talk about hunting. Specifically hunting in the hill country in South Texas. Well, any place where there's a lot of game ranches and a big real estate question. We all know that the Austin and San Antonio area, heck, the Houston area, the Dallas area, is growing faster than they can sustain their growth. They're trying to grab water from wherever they can get it. Recently there's been a water grab going on in East Texas. One of the fellows wants to pull billions of gallons of water out of the Carrizo-Wilcox aquifer for free, essentially, and sell it in Dallas. And it's a big question on whose water it really is. So, him and the water board are having a scrap. He's filed suit in Cherokee County, which has a lot of chicken business and a lot of livestock business and a lot of nursery business. I don't think he's going to gain a sympathetic ear in Cherokee County, where he's filed his lawsuit. So we'll see how it all shakes out. It's shameful what Dallas is trying to do to the rest of the state. On the subject of hunting, well, we get down into hill country, and you talk about Austin, San Antonio Junction, that area, and all around Killeen, Fort Hood. That area is growing by leaps and bounds. It's growing too fast. Places used to be rural areas years ago are in the city now. And they wonder why they got a wildlife problem when they move in amongst the habitat for this wildlife. Where there's deer, there will eventually be mountain lions, coyotes, and then they wonder why they have a problem. As far as hunters go, property taxes on this expensive real estate is becoming untenable, even wealthy operators. You know, if you're not raising cattle, and some people raise tax-exempt cattle, they still have cattle out there running. They still try to make a profit off their cows, but there's not much for them to eat out there. So you end up farming your deer. And that's a respectable thing to do. Some people lease their place to hunters to hunt, and others run an outfitted operation. And the cost of these leases even, and the cost of certainly the outfitted hunts are astronomical. A good 8-point deer over 125 points, you're looking at a $12,000 deer. You know, more than that when you get up into 140s, 150s, 160s. And those kind of deer are out there. There are some beautiful deer. And, you know, the deer are used to people coming up. Now, it's still not easy to shoot one because trying to single out a particular deer out of a group of animals with other animals running around and getting a good clear shot at him, you know, it's not easy to do, and it does take some skill. So it's not like necessarily shooting fish in a barrel, because you can't shoot just any fish. You have to get that particular animal. So at least that's my defense of these kind of hunting ranches. And look at this now. A lot of us like to hunt open territory, and which is becoming smaller and smaller. And open range hunting is in my way the way to do it. But some people don't have the time to do that. But they do have the money to pay to hunt on a game range. Now, do you want those people? Would you rather have those people being in the hunting community with us and helping with our causes? You still have to buy a hunting license to hunt these native wild game. Not the exotics, but you have to have it to hunt the native. I think you still have to have a hunting license to hunt them. I'm not sure. I can't remember that. Had to check on that. You used to have, but if you're out there hunting white-tailed deer, you got to have a license, whether it's on private land or public land. It doesn't matter. And would you rather much have them buying those hunting licenses and supporting hunting, or do you want to become rabid anti-hunters and supporting the other side? And that could happen. Happens more often than you think. So we want these people in the camp with us. I don't care what method you use, a bow or a crossbow, a rifle, a muzzleloader, heck, a machine gun if you wanted to. The state won't let you do that. But I want you out there hunting deer and enjoying the country. And hunting doesn't necessarily mean killing. I mean, if you have a successful hunt and you get a good animal, well, that's fine. And let me correct something. This is one of my pet peeves. There's no such thing as trophy hunting in North America, probably anywhere in the world anymore, because there are what we call game salvage laws. If you take an animal, you have to take the meat, usually about 95% of the carcass. You're required to. You can't just take the horns and go. And who would want to do that anyway? To me, taking a good animal, if they got a good headgear, that's fine, that's great. But the real trophy is that you took a good, healthy animal and you brought home the meat. The meat is the trophy. The experience is the trophy. So whatever you're hunting, however you hunt it, get out there and have a good time. Our temperature is slowly climbing. We've got a while to go yet. Usually it takes about 30-40 minutes for it to heat up where we can use it. So let's let it do it. I guess in the modern world, Everybody wants everything to happen now. You get your rewards now. They really don't care about earning the reward. They want to just go out and get it. And that's certainly not the way it has been in the past. And it's just not the way it works out in life. There's a payment for everything. Somebody has to pay for it. And it's not necessarily paid with your labor. Someone has to risk capital to do it. That game ranch out there, he's going to put a lot of money in that operation, and he can't do it for free. But on that note, hunting shouldn't just be for the wealthy. It's quickly becoming that the middle class is being priced out of it. And this is part of your heritage. We don't have near enough public land. 95% of Texas is privately owned. That's not a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing. We do need to have more public lands. And, you know, it's not going to take away from private ownership to do it. But the state of Texas could do better. We could do better. We're getting there. We ain't there yet. The temperature is up, and the chicken is in there. I opened it up a little bit, dampers up a little bit, so we get a little more heat in there. So we can do this right around 300 degrees. I might open it up a little bit more. Oh, slowly, we'll watch this slowly warm up. Get what we wanted. Open this up and close it right quick. There's our bird. Oh, good and smoked. Let's let it rock and roll. And that is a beautiful, clear, mostly clear Texas sky in Needham, Texas. There it is. Eastern North Carolina BBQ sauce. Bird is good and moist and tender and ready to serve.